Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 19 of Going Medieval. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people, so let's do up to 12 clothing. And then after we get the winter clothes, I'll do the caps and then I'll do the disassembly. I wonder what other bills like got blown up that way. All right, what research should we grab? And all the cracked, mined out edges from the save and load have been repaired or whatever. So if you take a look at the root cellars, you can see it's prettier than ever. Another thing I realized is I made the pyres here, but I never told them to burn bodies. I like how enemies aren't even human, according to the game. It's like, what do you want me to burn? Human carcass or enemy carcass? It's like, are you calling our enemies subhuman? Oh, you wanted to redeem that it'd make the hanging gardens? That might not be accomplishable. I mean, not to say that I wouldn't try, but I'm not really sure that that's something that the game allows you to do, really. What I will do, though, is put hunting back on the menu for everybody so that we can have leather to make into clothing. And it looks like you guys want the... Oh, you know what? Crossbows is done. Sorry, I totally botched this. So we have armor 2, shields 2, axes, maces, and wooden weaponry. Okay, there. Sorry. New research poll. I apologize. We already had some of that stuff. One of the issues with telling everyone to hunt in autumn day 3, or day 9 rather, is we're hunting in our skivvies, which is a little unfortunate. But we're hunting so that we can clothe ourselves with leather. So it's it'll serve a good purpose in the end. Also, oh, here we go. Let's get some more ice boxes. It's easily cold enough for it. And Dr. Trouble, happy birthday. Tarmarin doesn't mind being shirtless in -11. Or does he? No, he does. He's not that hardcore. So I'm setting up some additional ice making queues. And here's a ice block. Our first ice block, I think. So we can use that to to freeze our freezers for when it's hot out. I forget actually how to even use that. But you guys will remind me, right? Or rather, I never knew in the first place, so you guys will tell me, right? Okay, armor 2. Okay, we just got armor 2. So, let me ask you again. New poll. Armor 2's been removed, but armor 3 is on there. So we now have mail armor. And at some point I'll have to invest to get that for at least Elda, who's our brawler, our only mailer. So stockpile zone is for ice. They're all make it medium, and then would be, I don't know where it is. Production, ice box, material, manufactured, ice block. There it is. Copy. And I'm curious how good it would work inside a brewery room or something like that. We will see. Right now it's 1.2 Celsius inside, and we'll see what happens when I put the ice block down there. Once we do... Here, I'll tell Icarus to haul it. The temperature down here dropped 0.2 degrees, or maybe it just got colder. I'm not sure which. Funny how one of the only people wearing nice, warm clothing also happens to work exclusively inside. So only 2 people have winter clothing so far. Oh, this is such a fail. We're working on it. So I haven't really started the old add housing that you voted on, so let me, with the people that are currently idle, work on that. And we have a bit of a tie, so I'm going to wait for a tiebreaker from you all. So I'm going to build 2 more houses, and next vote wins. So if anyone... Oh, really? You tied it up again? El Kesup, thank you for the follow. Alright, Armor 3 win. Armor 3 won, but then Moxie, Toxic Moxie, you're so toxic. You tied it up again. I'm going armor 3. I'm gonna, no. You know what? You tied it technically, so I'll flip a coin. Heads is armor, tails is axes. And it's tails. Axes wins. Okay, so we're gonna research axes next. Which should be easier than armor, because armor is pretty late game. And, Tox, I know you know this, but I don't actually mean you're toxic. I like your name, and thank you for voting and keeping it tied, so I got to flip a coin. I jest about toxicity. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to mine this out so we actually have a window. It is kind of nice that normally when I'm having to build the bedrooms, someone is like homeless. So in this case, no one's homeless, which is kind of nice because I often just wait until it's like, oh, well, we have nowhere to sleep. Oh, we're getting attacked by the river bandits. Are they all melee? Rip. All right, guys, don't even worry about it. These idiots are going to kill themselves. So they're coming in from the east, which means this east tower is going to get a lot of action. So let me rally. The only worry I have is, like, being too cold. Like, I am not worried about these enemies. I'm just worried about getting chilly. Because we hardcore dropped the ball on winter clothes. Well, no, you know what? It's not my fault. Normally I would say it's my fault, but, like, literally the game broke. So I'm not taking the blame for that one. Because, like, I had the cue, it just wasn't working. And that's not exactly my fault. Is that everyone? No, Macho's not here. And Sylvanti is not here. And they are perfectly marching right past my tower because of where I put the stairs. Look at this idiot. Imagine showing up to a raid going, you know what? I'm going to wear a hood. It'll hide my shame. Dead in 2 arrows. To be fair, I probably couldn't even take 1 arrow, but I mean, these guys are supposed to be tough, aren't they? They're raiding me. Well, the good news is, you know, the material that I needed to make armor, it's raining, or at least arriving on foot. Very, very convenient. Is it possible to make the tower indoors? It is, with windows and whatnot. The thing is, even if it was indoors, if it was indoors and I had a whole bunch of windows to it, it would still be very cold. So there's not much reason to do it, I guess. Because it's going to be cold no matter what if you're allowing your guys to shoot outdoors. Man, this dude is armored. What do you have? A good kite shield, sturdy winter clothes, and good silver plate armor? Yeah. Copy that. He was a tough nut to crack. I'll pivot over to the gate here in a minute. These guys seem to path poorly, so I can take my time killing the stragglers from behind to make sure that I get as much resources from these guys as possible. The only problem is the typical raiders have been showing up with like plate armor, and I need leather and linen and wool. So I'm actually a little upset that they're showing up with too much gear, because I can't break it down for myself. And they got through like 5% of the door. Why they show up with no ranged weapons, I have no idea. But it's hilarious every time. Oh, no one got hurt. Hold on. This guy looks juicy. Kill him! Kill Clay Aiken. Get him! He has the voice of a god, but he has the skin of a puny boy, and he's dead. Alright, everybody's dead. The cackle of a mad king. Ice, ice, baby. Have I ever played Castle Story? I have. Can I build a drawbridge? I cannot. At the end of the stream, I will show you the roadmap for development. Just remind me to do that at the end, so you can see what's planned, what's to be done, and therefore you'll know what to look forward to. Also, again, I didn't really put on any armor before that, but I saw that I didn't really need it because they were all ranged. It was a joke. I suppose my leather armor and my leather helmet queue needs to go kicked up to 12 now, but I'm going to focus on the clothing first, because clothing's going to be more important. So how close are we to axes? 2 more textbooks, so very close. So after axes, what do we get? Shields, armor 3, maces, or wooden weaponry. Well, wooden weaponry is flails. They're one and the same. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of raw meat. I know we went on like a hunting spree. I don't think I need as many med shelves as I have. So I'm going to put miscellaneous shelves here, 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 and here. That way we can store more things in the freezer. And, yeah, it's 0.04 in there. So I'm assuming these ice blocks are working. It seems colder than it was prior. One more textbook and we'll have axes. Electrics don't make flimsies. You know what? I might take Electrics off of tailoring because she's been making garbage that we just have to break down subsequently. I mean, flimsy is better than nothing because it's an extra -18. And when you're Sylvanti and you're collapsing on the ground because you're so cold, flimsy's probably better than nothing. But I want to aim for higher quality if possible. It's worth it. Okay, so those are the bedrooms. And then I'll have you all vote on new goals soon. And it looks to me like armor 3 is going to be after axes. So here's axes, and then we're going to save up for armor 3, which is one of the most expensive researches to do. That shields 2 or shields 3 and distilling are the pricey ones. Alright, so Marauders trying to help out with the winter clothing still. We only have 4. Oof. I might lower the quality requirement a little bit. Just for our comfort. really don't understand how I don't have more leather, though. So yeah, fine. Perfect. Dr. Trouble, put that on. So the bedrooms are almost finished up. We just need to haul the iron stuff that's in them to move them out of the way. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the bedrooms without beds and without braziers, because if I put beds there, then people could sleep there, which then means we need braziers. So it's best to probably not have beds or braziers and just install them when we need them. That way we can, you know, we can not have to pay for the braziers to be on, even though no one's really benefiting from them. Which means I need a new project. So I'm going to refund you all that have proposed, and I'm opening it up again. Propose a goal. Could I build the braziers now and turn them off? So the problem is, if I build the braziers now and turn them off, there's no concept of assigned beds, so people could just choose to sleep there. And if they choose to sleep there, you know, they'll likely just like freeze, you know, because, yeah. Does that make sense? I'm going to store some additional ice down here, and then I'm probably going to change the ice cube to not require so much. I'm only storing the ice down here because we're manufacturing it and we're putting it up top. And, got nowhere to put it. So how much ice do I have? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 19? So I'll make until I have 19. Or 20. Just call it even. Okay. I'm going to force Elda to wear the clothing. And winter clothing here. I'm going to force those that don't have any into wear clothing that I have. Just like laying here. Even though it's tattered. I'd rather not deal with them collapsing. So, Macho needs some. Icarus. Alright, dismantle forever. And this will be anything good. And then one more forever. Anything damaged. And that might yield us some additional resources. Okay, it is frozen down here. It's just below freezing. So maybe those ice blocks are working. So it looks like only one person is missing warm clothing, and it's Tarmarin, who loves the cold. So that's kind of the ideal person to be lacking the clothing, I suppose. But I definitely want warmer clothing because it is winter day 1, and if a cold snap hit, I'd be chilly. Next goal, trade caravan. Build a pub brewery. Build a gazebo for the orchard. It is officially winter. Thanks, I knew that. Add backgammon to the orchard. Make a formal garden. I'm not really sure how to do that, but okay. Improve the Great Hall for more seating. Add storage. Or improve the Gatehouse. Okie dokie. This will likely be the last. Actually, I'm not even going to give it 5 minutes because I don't have a lot of time left. I'll give it just 2.5 minutes. And you guys could vote. Oh, look at all that. Chili. Looking at my farm to see. Yep, let's harvest the beets. Hey! Concruda. Or Concurata. Thank you for gifting subs to me, but for the community. That's awesome, dude. I really appreciate it. So, for improve the gatehouse, Macho, what exactly did you mean? Because it's honestly not all that clear what you meant by that. I mean, I know how I would improve it, but I'm curious if you had specifics. And taking a look, still working in armory. So the chronicles I'm going to reduce down to 30 because we don't really need more than that. I'm very happy that my content could, help you or your friend out. That's awesome. It's definitely really cool. So I'm glad that I can keep you entertained. Improve the gatehouse. What's wrong with the gatehouse? Extending the gatehouse with more fortifications? Sure, I could do that. Oh. Hang on a second. I think you know what's happening here. I've got a cold snap in winter, right? Too loud. Sorry about your eardrums. All right. Improving the gatehouse. Do temples have max users? I don't know. I don't think we've been bottlenecked for that. If that's a fair answer. Maybe a little louder. I set these up right? Let me delete them and make sure that I set them up right. Oh, oh no, you're not building them anyway. Frostpunk music when the cold snap hits? You betcha. My modus operandi, man. What's going on here? Why does it not let me, This is unsupported from below? Probably, right? But it will be. It will be supported. You must support going horizontally already? Yeah. Well, I'm getting the pillars below. Hey, Evac, by the way. Welcome to the stream. It makes this project sound a lot more intense, given the soundtrack, right? All right, let me move these yet again out of the way. All right, so the supports are constructed down below. Oh, yeah, I have this support that's in the way. That's what's going on. Destroy. And hope nothing collapses in the process. And it hasn't. Good. Alright, perhaps it would make most sense if I had windows here. Well, but that's where that's not going to work. I'll have windows here, 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 and here. Luckily, I have so much limestone, I don't really care about having to rebuild. Okay, that's a little frustrating, because I don't have floors underneath it. I guess we're gonna loop that, because this is a longer cold snap. I still need to survive. I'm gonna move the merchant stalls out of the way, because they're kind of in the way. So the idea here is I'm trying to build like a inside structure here, so that the gatehouse, and what I'll do is I'll eventually expand it so that there's windows overlooking outside. The concept is to try to stay warm as we fire. I don't know if it's going to be possible, but that's the hope, that's the plan. And it's also somewhere where if they breach our front doors, we're still behind additional walls so that the archers can't hurt us. Are those limestone windows or... Oh, these are the wrong windows, you're right. I keep having to rebuild these stupid floors. Just to put the block windows in. I guess for symmetry's sake, it makes sense if I have these Like that. Maybe keep this like that. I think that looks right. This sort of design is really effective. Yeah, it definitely, the game is very easy to over-engineer, to trivialize all possible raids. 100%, I agree with that. You can definitely make it easy mode, which is fine. I don't mind. All right, 2 braziers. I should keep that warm. And what kind of time do I have left? I'll go a little bit longer. So, how do I want to redesign this? What I ideally want is a bunch of windows to overlook the entryway, which I'm definitely having to accomplish here. So I think what I'll do is I'll call this done. Moving where the windows are. And then there will be another iteration later on if we want more arrow ways to fire out for arrows. So this is version 1.0. Oh, and I think we collapsed some stuff. Yep. Oh, because, right, I removed the things that were supporting. That makes sense. But the idea here is to at least protect from cold. For when we're firing upon people down below. So, a support... Yeah, I changed the way the windows are, so I can't support it as well. So maybe I'll move these torches... Actually, I don't really need these torches, but I'll put the torches here and then move the support into the middle of the room. A lot of iterations. A lot of changes. And then I'll be sort of curious as to like how warm the room can be, even in the middle of the winter, with all the windows open. Well, with at least all the windows facing enemies open. Well, I gotta say, it looks very, very strange. Let me build. Looks very strange the way it is with the windows without like a flush wall. So I'll put the wall in. If I can. There we go. Right. Stick the roof back on, and then we'll take temperature. See how cold it is. So I think the next iteration would be for these two sides here to come out and around, for the entryway to be thicker, so that we can have windows on the sides all aiming in a U shape. And then up top, we would still have the U shape. It would just be larger. So we can either be on the roof firing down or in the windows firing in and out in really every direction. Just build it already. All right, there we go. So now is a formal spare room, and even with the windows open, it is 14 Celsius inside, which means it will keep us warm while firing. So, guardhouse. I'm opening all the windows. So even with all the windows open, it's 11 during cold snap, so I don't really need the inside-facing windows open, because, you know, hopefully we won't have a wall breach. But, yeah, that's done. The last thing, just for aesthetics, I think, is to put the Merlins on the roof, block Merlins, just so that it doesn't look like you could just fall off the side of the roof. You know, because our guys are drunken peasants, and they would totally just fall off the side of the roof if I let them. Alright, so that is the final thing. And I think, just because, we'll stick some banners up here. We are the Lord of Banners. Maybe... Oh, actually, you know, maybe here or something. Yeah, I like those spots. It does mean that I'm going to have to do a quick little staircase. That should be enough. Ah, we're getting hypothermic. So that looks to me like battlements. Merlin battlements. Which is pretty good. Pretty cool looking. For research, we never really did... Oh, we're so close to thesis. So yeah, I'll go until I get the thesis and I finish up this battlement project. But I rather like the way it looks. This will improve our ability to sustain a siege during cold. And it just looks nice from the outside because it's clear that someone's home, you know? They can't really see very well into the window, so come on, banners. I'm contemplating if I want the large banners. They definitely would have our flag the largest. Yeah, let's go large banners. So come on, get those built. I'm missing one part above the front door. Yeah. Right here, I think is what you mean. Oh, I think that's just above the windows. I can't put that in. Is that what you meant? Because I don't believe that I can, like, add anything to that. So that's one banner. Oh, the very front door? Oh, yeah. The Merlin right there, you mean. Felt like I had that Merlin at some point, and then maybe it was destroyed. A little flavor there. Okay. Not that, though. How's that look? It might be a little too busy, but I think it looks pretty good. I want that arch back. I mean, I know it's kind of a pointless arch. It doesn't support anything. But someday we might have walkable walls up there, and that arch would support the walkway. In fact, because I know it was proposed multiple times, and I really don't think it's a bad idea, I will stick stairwell here so that it can become a walkable arch. And that will be the finale. It broke when I remodeled the front. Yeah, the whole thing collapsed. That explains it. Oh, we did end up getting armor of 3. Perfect. So we only really have 4 things left to get. Shields 2, shields 3, the flails, and the maces. But the new and improved gatehouse is done, I'd say. So let's just quickly recap all that we worked on this stream. We expanded the root cellar, so we organized it by type of resource. We've got meat, cabbage, beets, carrots, red currant, herbs, spices, well, herbs, seeds, and the ice stored down there. The church got some windows. We added a lot of additional bedrooms, and then, of course, expanded our population too a few times over. Didn't do really anything to the storage. We have now managed to put clothing on everybody, so that's nice. We've been trying to improve our arms and armor. We added the still, but no brewery yet, kiln, and that's about it. The orchard and the farm project, which is now buried under the snow, unfortunately. So you can't really see how lovely it looks. But I feel it looks pretty lovely. I did promise that I'd go over the roadmap before I ended the stream, so... by the way, cheers, Mr. Glitch. So I'm going to do that real quick. So I'm going to save and bounce out to the menu. Because a lot of people have been asking me, can you build, or is there yet? And it'll just be easy enough to show you the roadmap. So I don't know if this roadmap is exactly up to date, but at least it's what they intend to add. So if we take a look at the roadmap here. Settler social interactions, religious influence, fire and flammability, accumulating snow, organic dirt paths, mounded siege weaponry. So that is probably likely like ballistae that you'd use to defend. Raiding other settlements, because that's been a question that you guys have had for me. Vassal system, prisoner system. Again, that was a question that people had on stream and in YouTube comments. Taming wildlife, animal husbandry. Again, people asked about that. Grand objective, natural caves, ruins, and then things that are sort of distant planned, I'm assuming. More structures, music, map types, etc. Siege weapons. And the latest update was the seeds and cultivation. So, it's on the roadmap. I have no idea when. Don't ask me, because I'm not the developer. But since the game released in the last... I would say they've been doing generally one large update every quarter. Every 3 or 4 months, there's a sort of larger update. Maybe a little bit longer, like 5 months or so. So that's kind of the ETA on these things. Thank you for tuning in to Going Medieval, which originally streamed live on Twitch May 5th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com or the description of this video have a link to Discord. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.